Athenia Mason Supply is New Jersey's #1 source for masonry supplies. We're the wholesale one-stop location with a comprehensive selection of cultured stones, bricks, blocks, concrete, cement, sand, and the accessories that make it all come together. Whether you're a masonry contractor or doing the work yourself, skip the big box stores and go right to the specialist at Athenia Mason Supply. We have everything you need to enhance the appearance of your home while providing lasting beauty and value. Stone or concrete pavers can define an exterior space while offering an old-world elegance. A fireplace or brick barbecue can be the central focus of a living room or outdoor living space. Inside or out, nothing adds timeless beauty to a home than the look of cultured stone or brick veneer. Athenia Mason Supply is where your improvement plans should start. Visit our website for ideas or just stop by. Deliveries are available to all of New York and New Jersey, including the islands.
Yes, it really is Mike McSee and Joey B this week.
It is, yes.
We really apologize for last week's miscue. We had some really serious equipment problems in here. And
it happens.
It does happen. And we're
I know you guys missed us. It's all right. We're back. We're back.
And wouldn't it be the one week that I got every game right except 2?
Yeah, of course. Oh, yeah, sure, you got every game right.
You know, and but again, we apologize for it.
Let's get into it then.
Let's get into it right away. So, some surprises this week, but some surprises that were not. And when we go over the scores, we're going to say what we said on the show that didn't make it on. So, let's start with the flag 8 on 8.
That's right.
And the Wolfgang gets over the hump and wins the
did.
game against the Bankers 21-18. I think we did both pick the Wolfpack.
We
in
did
this game.
pick Wolfgang. We both picked the Wolfgang. I'm high on the Wolfgang, you know. Going in 2 weeks ago when we talked about it, even though we talked about it last week too, we're both jumping on the Wolfgang bandwagon right now. They got their feet back under them from the loss from last week, came back, or 2 weeks ago, sorry, came back, won the game over the Bankers, and the Bankers again losing a close game.
Wolfgang got to win a couple in a row for me.
I hear you.
You know, I thought going in, personnel-wise, they were at least equal with the Bankers.
Right.
Bankers right now, again, on a real negative run.
Yes, they
they're
are.
0-3 right now. And again,
Something's
if you
not
look
right
at the
there,
score, 21-18, they've lost one game by 2, this game by 3, and another game by 6, I think.
Yeah, they're there. We've said it, and we're probably going to say it all season until they turn this around.
They got to figure out a way to win.
They got to finish. They got to close it out. They got to close it out. They're the Giants of last season. They can't close it out. They're in every game. They can't close it out with their defense. Wolfgang, though, in their 2 losses, they're getting off the schneid this week. In their 2 losses, though, I thought they looked very good. You know, I know there's no moral victory.
The 34-12 game shouldn't have been 34-12.
Right.
So, I mean, that's one of those games that just got out of hand late.
Yes.
First game against the Hawkeyes, they lost by 3. So, basically, they won this game. We're in the Hawkeyes game the entire way.
Yes, they were.
And the game that they lost 34-12, it was just one that got away. So I think they've been extremely competitive.
They're on the rise,
for 2.5 games.
Yeah, they're on the rise. Hopefully they can keep it up. You know, we'll see.
Well, we're going to see. We're
going
going to see a Wolfgang again down the road.
Oh,
Warriors 14, Junior Mafia 0. Once again, the Junior Mafia or the Junior Varsity, their offense nil.
Not so much.
Once again. Giving up 14 points is not, you're in the game.
You're in the game right there. I mean, they kept a good veteran Warriors team to only 2 touchdowns. That's good. That's good work defensively.
They have
got to play both sides.
We said that they have athletes on defense.
Right.
They got guys that can make plays on defense. Their offense just got to get it together and get it together soon. Otherwise, how long do you wait before you start making some changes?
Right. Yeah. I mean, we're coming to the midway of the season this week.
Week 4. Yeah.
Here we go.
So things got to work. The Goons. The game was at 10:30, so we figured the Goons might be there.
They would all be there.
They were there. Well, enough of them were there to beat NWO. 18-7. As a matter of fact, I believe I get the NWO this Sunday. I actually get to watch that game or do one of their games against the Hawkeyes, so that ought to be.
Yeah, I thought NWO would have done a little better in this week. They looked pretty good last week in week 3. I thought, or in week 2, I'm sorry. missing that week is really throwing me off here.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, it looks like they're just back to their old ways. Goons are a tough team, though. I mean, that's a tough stick to measure them against, where they're coming along when you throw in, boom, here are the Goons.
And you don't know what Goons team you're going to get week to week.
Yeah.
They have one game they show up with 7 or 8 guys. They have another game where they show up with a small army.
Yeah.
So you don't know. Really, it's depending. The later the game is, the more Goons show up.
Yeah, that's usually how it happens.
And we're going to get them guys. We got to get them captured.
Oh, we'll get them soon.
Yeah. Bulldogs. Oh, our favorite team, the Bulldogs.
Yeah, our lovies, yeah.
Yeah, by their thumbnails, they hung on over to Deja Vu, the new team.
Yep.
14-13. That has to be a missed extra point somewhere.
Somewhere, yeah. Hey, Deja Vu, new team in the league.
We
welcomed them right from the JFL or JFA.
I know they played well since they've been here.
They have. They're on the rise. They had the Warriors last week or 2 weeks ago. Sorry. Lost to them. It's still a very good game. They won their first week, so we'll see. 1-2. Midway through the season, going into week 4, let's see what they got. Now they've gotten, though, as you see, they got the Bulldogs out of the way. I forget what the other 2 teams they played, but, they played the Warriors, so some of these better teams are now out of the way. We'll see where it all lands.
The Warriors, once again, 3-0, no one knows about them.
Yeah.
No one knows about them. And look, let's face it,
Yeah.
you're a big Shono, you don't have a lot of places to hide.
No, but hey, you know what? Maybe they're taking a new approach this year. Let's keep it quiet. Let's just do our talking on the field. 3-0. It's a great start. Great start for the Warriors, especially for a team that was thinking of not even playing this year.
Yeah, well, they have some tough breaks.
Yep.
Shono's a one-man crowd. So
here we go.
We're going to have to start talking about them real soon.
Yes.
Shono, you're on the radar. Okay, Kodiak's Hawkeyes. Well, what did we say about this game, Mike? If you remember what we said but didn't make it on,
right,
was that the Hawkeyes are one of the most giving teams in the league.
Yep.
They let a team hang around, hang around, and eventually it's going to bite them. And it did this week with the Kodiaks. And the Kodiaks, you give them an opening, they're going through the door.
They're going to take it. Yep. They're that spring team that comes in every spring and just they're one of the top teams. And I thought I took the Kodiak. I took the Hawkeyes in this. I guess they just don't travel well.
Again, a close game.
Yep. Yeah.
Basically a one-score game again.
But this is, again, probably a playoff game down the road, semis, quarters, somewhere in there. These teams are going to meet again. So we'll get a chance to definitely see these 2 teams.
It'll be interesting on where this game is played. I know one of the things that was a sore point with the Kodiaks last year was that they were a high seed,
right,
and had to play had no field advantage.
Yeah.
So we'll see how that works out this year. I'm sure it'll be an exciting tale.
Yeah.
But that's the story on Flag 8 on 8. We're going to take a commercial break, and when we come back, see our new sponsor.
Yes.
Again, Mark Perrone Haircutting.
Yeah, man. Got to go check him out.
Go check out the do, Mike.
So you can get the replacements, everything with that guy.
They do there, yeah.
They do it all.
I think they even polish your shoes if you ask them to.
Nice.
But we'll be right back with the 9-man flag results for last week in a minute.
Welcome to Mark Perrone's Barbershop, located in Morris Plains. They offer affordable men's and children's haircuts along with custom men's hair replacement, sales, service, and restoration as well. Open Tuesday to Friday, 10 to 7 p.m., Saturday, 8:30 to 5 p.m., Sundays, 10 to 3 p.m., closed on Mondays. Tony G is working regular hours on Wednesday and Saturday. Come see them now at 764 Speedwell Avenue, number 1, Morris Plains, New Jersey. Or call 973-267-5440. Or visit markperronesbarbershop.com and schedule your appointment online.
Hey, we're back with the 9-on-9 review. Again, a 5-team division, but I'll tell you what, I got to do 2 of the games. And
nice.
I'm telling you, it was a playoff atmosphere.
Yeah, well, when there's only 5 of them,
I'm telling you, both of these teams, or 4 of these teams, really, and they were really good matchups. I got to watch, work the All-Stars and the Shakers. Close game, All-Stars 17, Shakers 12. All-Stars came down with a full squadron. They looked a little bit like the All-Stars of old.
A little bit. Something didn't look right though in there. Something, they weren't connecting on as many deep balls as they usually do. Just something, I don't know. There was something when I was watching that game. Something didn't look right.
But the more things change, the more they stay the same. Bobby Lane with a couple of huge catches near the end to seal it. I think it was like a 3rd and 18 with still a little bit more than 2 minutes left. They failed there, the All-Stars. I don't know if they would have tried to kick the field goal. It was a little long.
A little bit, yeah, a little bit.
You know, there's that flare out that Bobby Lane's made a living on.
He loves that
forever,
play. Yes, he does.
You know,
and he does a great job at it. Yeah, again, you know, Thurman had a good game.
Well, Thurman had a couple
I mean, you went to Tano out there.
Drop balls.
Yes,
Thurman
he did.
dropped a couple of easy balls.
He did.
That he doesn't drop.
What I found was amazing was Tatano out there playing defense.
You know, I'll tell you something.
You know, maybe they don't have all their guys. And this is what's kind of that, like I was saying, just something, even though they won, they got their first win, right? Or first win, because they were 0-2 with only scoring 7 points. So.
And you know what, and again, we don't talk, we talk about him every once in a while, but Come On Son was at quarterback. Magic Man was in the backfield.
Right.
And I'll tell you, Matt from the All-Stars, who's their punter also.
Right.
This guy's got to be one of the best flag pullers I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Really. These guys are juking and dancing. He just waits for the music to stop and pulls the flag. So, I mean, you know, he is really one of the better. And you don't look at this guy as a big-time defensive player.
No.
You know, he's like 5'0".
Hey, man.
Weighs 100 and nothing.
There you go.
Like Rudy. Remember the
That's
line
right.
from Rudy?
Oh, of course, of course.
I don't think he went to Notre Dame, though. But definitely one of the best flag pullers in the league.
Yeah.
So good game,
Definitely.
Matt. Good game. All-Stars looked like they scored more points in the one game than they had the previous.
Yeah, there we go.
So maybe
now,
they're on a ride.
maybe now everything's starting to settle back down. Again, we don't know what happened in those first 2 weeks. ACFLfilms@gmail. Let us know what's happened with your teams. That first couple weeks, you know, if nobody showed up or what happened. But again, there's something, I don't know. They don't have that
Not right
explosive.
in Margaritaville, right?
Yeah, they don't have that explosive, I don't know. Something just seems different.
And talk about things being great in Margaritaville. I did the HOB game. I never saw a happier bunch of guys in my life.
Well, they're back.
Farrow's running around. I'm on a new level. I mean, he was all over the field.
Well, once you take that season off, you come back, you're nice and refreshed.
But it's not
These
that
guys,
what we had talked about. Again, it's something we didn't make it onto the air. What a stabilizing factor Pete is a quarterback.
Oh, definitely. We've said it. He's one of the top 3 probably in this league.
You know,
definitely top 4.
Listening to the HOB. Good. What do you want to do, Pete?
Yeah.
So he's in complete control.
That's what they were missing.
The offense of that team.
That's what the past 4 years. That's what HOB has been missing. You know, they've a couple different quarterbacks. They've gone through a few of them. So now they have that stabilizing force in Pete. He's going to be there. You know he's going to play. You know he's going to play every year, every season. He's going to show up every game that he can, you know, physically can be there, and he's going to be there, and he's going to make that difference for that team.
Now, you know, you talk about quarterback. So
right.
when you talk quarterback, you think, right?
Yeah.
He threw 4 passes.
He can run it.
One was gorgeous.
Right.
One was gorgeous. Nice long ball, dropped it in there nice. Other ones were drop-off flares. And he rushed for well over 100 yards. Now, Pete, don't take this personally. He's not fast.
No?
Okay. He's not overly big, so you don't have to be afraid to stand in front and try and pull the flag. You can't catch this son of a bitch.
Hey, he knows how to.
He's dodging. He's faking pitches left, faking pitches right. People are buying his fakes. You can't. I don't know. That's instinct.
Yeah. Those are the intangibles,
That's
as they
all
say,
instinct. Right. That's all instinct.
Yeah.
And there's just something about him, and people will follow him to their grave.
Yeah, they will. You know what?
They believe he's
right
really,
now, they're one of the top front runners. I think the Canes better watch out for this HOB, and they've had some battles. It's going to be nice to see HOB Canes go.
Now that game hasn't happened yet.
That game has not happened.
HOB beat the All-Stars in
yes.
week 1.
And they had a week off.
So
yeah, when that game comes around,
that's one we're getting on film.
Yes. That's going to be a hard-hitting.
It's going to be hard-hitting.
Yeah.
You're going to have Wally, the veteran, against a new defense. And they got a lot of young blood on this team now. A lot of young blood on this team. So Farrow is walking around on another level. They got guys all over the field. People are flying, pulling flags, diving.
They looked good.
They looked really good.
It's good to have them back. I got to say, it's good to have HOB
right now,
back.
Right now, I'm going to tell you what, HOB definitely one of the top 2.
Yes.
As
right now,
we
yes.
taped it. Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely. So, I almost blew my liver talking about this.
Jeez,
stuff.
that was a long segment there.
We're going to take, for 2 games. I'm telling you what, man, I don't get 5 teams. This is exciting.
This is very exciting.
Every game
You're right.
was, I'm reffing the games. And, and I had 2 good partners. I had George Delgado.
All right.
And I had Joe Consiglio.
Oh, that's great.
And we were talking during the course of the game, like, wow, this feels like a playoff game.
This is how I think every 9-on-9 game is going to be this year.
And we played at Garfield High School
Right.
Stadium.
Nice.
Which Dan, coach of the Diablos, was able to get.
Yeah, last minute type thing,
yeah,
I guess,
and,
that's good. At least we had a backup for it.
And we should say something about the Diablos in this game. We're raving about HOB.
I don't know.
Robbie Lane, well, you know what? It was a 6-point game.
It was a 6. You're right.
The Diablos gave up a couple of really big plays. And I got to say big plays because they weren't passed. They gave up the 1 deep pass. All right? But they couldn't find a way to corral Pete.
Not a lot of people can.
They couldn't find a way to corral him. And they actually, they were in this game really to the very end.
Yeah, they were.
It was a 1-score game. They never quit.
No.
They never quit. They played hard. Robbie Lane had a bad pick.
Yes.
Towards the end of the first half with the Diablos.
Yep.
They didn't have a lot of time left. But, they could have tried. They got Nick, great field goal kicker.
Yeah.
Great
Great tight end, too. I mean,
yeah. So he dropped the ball. There are a couple of drop balls in
I think
here.
the Diablos will be all right, No
Look,
panic button
look,
yet.
Like I said, every week for these teams there's no cupcakes.
No.
You're going to be in a tough game every week.
Yeah.
And speaking about tough, here's something that's not. The steaks at Steve's Sizzling. They're not tough. They melt in your mouth.
Oh,
I know you've
so
heard
good.
that stupid phrase tons, but you don't even need a knife with these steaks, right?
No.
Their French fries are 3 feet long. Let's go visit Steve.
As restaurants come and go, it is rare to find an establishment like Steve's Sizzling Steaks. Steve's has focused on excellent food, comfortable ambiance, and a friendly staff. Times sure have changed since Steve's first opened their doors, but what hasn't changed is the family atmosphere that makes Steve's so special. Open 7 days a week, Sunday through Thursday, 11:30 a.m. to 10 p.m., and Friday and Saturday, 11:30 a.m. to 11 p.m. Located at 620 Route 17 South in Carlstadt, New Jersey, or call 201-438-9677 for your reservation.
Touch is the next.
All right.
Touch is the next review of the week for us here, and we're going to get through these last 2 quick so we can get on to our picks for this week.
Yes.
Again, we apologize for last week, so we're trying to make up for some lost time
Yes.
here. All right, so in touch, the Legion of Doom, who said these guys are horrible, they're awful, they're terrible.
Yeah.
I spoke with JT, and he told me they need help, they need some players. So what do they go out and do? I don't know what, but it worked.
But they took down one of the top teams.
They took down a militia, 27-25. And right now, if I'm Legion of Doom, my picture and your picture are hanging on a wall full of dart holes.
That's all right. Hey, maybe we motivated them. There's something.
I don't know.
But good for the Legion of Doom, getting that first win of the year, taking down one of the top teams in this. One of the favorites.
Get your first win.
One of the favorites probably to win the touch this year. And they took them. They took it to them. Beat them by 2. Boom, boom, boom.
Beat them. That's a key word.
That's
Beat
it.
'em.
Oh, that's it.
Beat them. A-team. Everybody's new was, I can't call them a Cinderella team, but what is everybody's trend pick?
Yeah,
trendy
now
pick
they're
right now?
really coming on.
They scored 40 points. A Wolfpack, another team that people talked about. I still don't know who they are. We have to get them.
Yeah.
But the A-team really just looked
A-team
like
just-
they had a lot of fun.
Man, not much to say about that game
No,
right
not
there.
much
40 to
at all.
6. I mean,
What are you gonna say?
yeah, it's 40 to 6. That's what you're
That's
gonna
what
say.
you gotta say.
Yeah.
And did we put the whammy on the replacements? Or
I
what?
guess so.
Last week again, and you know what? You don't have to admit this,
Yeah.
but excuse me, we can edit that out. But what we have to do, Mike, is really admit that we picked them. And
Yeah.
the Bucks.
We were talking good about the Bucks. We felt very good about them, saying they got that win in week 2 early. Usually it's later in the year. They get a team. They catch them at the right time. But they got this team. They got a win early last week or 2 weeks ago. I really thought that this was something they could build on, but not so much.
They didn't build on it.
33-0.
They got torn down like an old shack.
Yes, they did.
And you know, and like a 0 in a touch league.
That's rough.
That's rough to take. By mistake, you got to score.
Yeah.
So replacements. We'll see who you're playing next week.
Yep. We'll take a look at
We're
that.
on hold with you.
And then we did. Last game we had in the touch was the Old School versus the Wolves.
And the Wolves
Another
gave
game.
the game.
People, the Wolves talking about these guys a little bit. Old School, obviously have been around for a long time.
A.K. Luigi at quarterback.
Yeah,
for
but they
this team
squeaked
again.
it out. 1 point, they squeaked it out. Important right there.
That's
That could be
Luigi.
big, especially with Militia losing. Now A-Team will probably leapfrog them. Now A-Team.
Yeah, we got somebody doing a rating now.
Yeah, a little rankings for the touch.
Another wannabe.
That's
You know,
all right.
They want to be.
We want to bring them on.
Come on up, man.
Let's
let
talk
us
about
know
it,
who the hell
please.
you are. Stop being a C.
Right? Remember,
and
you want to come
get
on?
on there, man.
Get a hold of us,
We like
ACFLfilms
the
at
fact
Gmail.
that we're encouraging enthusiastic participation.
Yeah, it's
How's that,
great.
huh?
It's good. You know, I think it helps the league. Everyone gets.
We ain't paying
Have
them.
a,
We're not paying them.
So there we go. I mean, close game, like we said. Old School Wolves, 28-27.
Well, the old school's going to be there at the end of the season. It's
Right.
no secret. You know, right now, we're just, like you said, going into week 4. We're halfway home. And the rosters are doing. So now we'll have
Now we'll be able to
rosters
see
here.
who's
and
actually
see
on
what
these
the hell's
teams.
going on. All right, so let's keep going, Mike. Let's
All right.
get to the 6-on-6, the popular 6-on-6.
Yes.
And the All-Stars just keep on rolling. Storm, a new team, are getting indoctrinated the hard
Yep.
way.
You know, All-Stars, again, we even said it last week. What else can we say? All-Stars won. 6-on-6. Okay, let's move on. There's nothing else. We've used everything up, every superlative, everything
Every
on
accolade
these
we
guys.
can.
They won. Hey, congratulations. you
All-Stars
know,
win, Storm lose.
Yeah.
Light them up.
light them up.
Now, this is one of the games I did too. Now,
Okay.
Light 'em Up had played okay against the All-Stars the week before.
Right.
And they were playing Code Red, and Code Red, wow. They're a young team. They're still learning,
Yep.
and a lot to learn. But what was amazing here was that the Bennett brothers,
Okay.
on Light 'em Up,
Okay.
played great.
Okay.
Everybody played great. And the amazing thing about this score is they did this with Jazz at quarterback,
Okay.
which, I mean, this guy Jazz trips over the hash mark.
Hey, man, 51 points is 51
Put up
points.
51 points. I mean,
know?
his receivers
Sure there was
bailed
some-
him out on a lot of catches.
Yeah, there's got to be some defensive points scored in there. I hope so.
Man, the Bennett brothers.
But here we
if
go.
I had a hat, my hat's off to you guys. Well, everybody was dynamic on
Right.
that team. You know?
So we'll see with Code Red again, new team. They'll learn. They'll find their way. Light 'em Up was a new team last year too. You know, in the fall. So and now look at it. You know, now they're putting it to somebody. So we'll see.
We'll see. Yambi's new breed. Now, was it Richie?
Yes.
Richie, I want you to know that although it didn't make it on, I picked you guys in this game. Yes, I did. And I'm going to tell you why I picked you. I said you guys played a good game coming back. You had to move up off that game. You
Yeah.
had to be better in week 2.
Yeah, I took the new breed in that game. I thought the new breed. You know, we talked about. I think I said it last week. I think these guys are deceptively good. You know, everyone looks at them as
New
their
breed
buddies.
is not a bad team.
No, I know that. I understand that, but I think everyone looks at because they're made up of so many different parts from other teams that everyone's like, yeah, it's our buddies. Hey, these guys, see these, you know, and they come out and these are good. This is a good team. So that's actually was surprising to me. Sorry, Rich, I didn't think you guys would take it. I think who do they have last week? I can't remember. Oh, they had the nice snatch, and that game was closer than I think it should have been. So that's a little bit why I went with the new breed, man. New breed's a good
you know,
team.
look, they only lost by 5.
Yeah,
It's not
oh,
like
no.
They got buried, but
That was a good competitive game.
one thing about
Going
the
by
new
with the
breed
score.
that's consistent, they always throw a stinker in.
Yeah.
For the last few seasons, they always lose a game where everybody, including themselves, think they should have won.
Right.
This is probably one of those games. Taxi Blazers in the Lightning. You had called this one.
Yeah, I like the
We
Blazers
had
in
both
this one.
actually
Yeah.
picked the Blazers, but he had a good point. He
Yeah.
said he likes the Lightning when they're in front.
Yeah, the Lightning, they just got to get that. I don't know, there's something, they're so even keeled throughout the whole game. When they get down, they just can't come back, I feel. Blazers,
Blazers have a new secret weapon.
who's that?
Barry's wife.
Oh,
You should see, she's faster than he is. He catches a ball, she's running alongside of him down the sideline.
tell them hurry up.
Hurry up, yeah. But Blazers,
Blazers, put it to them, man. This is what they do. They jump on you. They don't take that foot off the pedal, and they're going to give it to you.
And this is, like we said, this is a warm-up.
Yes.
The first 8 weeks here are a warm-up. I think the 6-on-6 playoffs are probably going to be the most exciting out of the bunch.
Yeah, we got some good teams in 6-on-6.
You got a lot of good teams that can win it. I'd say there's at least 5 teams that can win it.
Easy. Maybe throw in a couple surprises, too. I mean, there's probably a good 5 to 7 teams I could say that you can make a case for winning it this year.
It's a big division. Bears, team. Well, in losing,
by 1.
Team proved something to me.
Okay.
They're real.
They are real.
They've played monsters since the beginning of the season.
They have, and we've been saying that. This is a team that moved down. They're learning the 6-on-6 style. Good team when they were in the 8-on-8. Very athletic. So I think that those athletes are going to, they'll be able to mingle right into 6-on-6 with no problem. And the Bears are always up there. Bears are always up there. And again, we were talking about.
I think they're a better team this year.
Yes, I think it's
a team with Jim not playing quarterback.
I was just about to say the same thing. With him being able to roam around, that's going to just open it up for everybody. And with the show that didn't make it, we were saying, this team is. Everyone thinks that this team is just Jim because that's all that you ever hear, Jim. But there are a lot of good guys on this team. A lot of good guys. And now with Jim in the field, opens it up. Watch out. Everybody, 6-on-6. Bears, I think they're back. Last year they weren't.
Remember, this team now, they're the kind of team that will jump up and bite somebody in the ass when they don't want to get bit.
And they almost got the Bears right there. An extra point away.
And our last game, congratulations to the Hawks. We both picked the Hawks.
Yes, we did.
To get off the schneid and they defeated Nice Snatch, who had played a pretty good game the week before.
Yeah, this is a championship caliber team. That moved up. It just what it took them 3 weeks now. Now they're getting the hang, I think, of the whole flag pulling thing, and these new teams, they're going to be fine. Hawks are going to be just fine.
Well, again, they're going to learn more about the 6-on-6 flag. Right. They've got another 5 weeks.
Yeah.
To get better. And listen, the Hawks have as good athletes as anybody here.
Definitely.
Their quarterback, I mean, it's like trying to catch that chicken in Rocky.
Yeah.
All over the friggin' place. But he's a good player, and I'm looking for a really exciting second half of the season with the 6-on-6.
Oh, I love the 6-on-6.
And we're going to take our final commercial break. When we come back, this week's games, and it's called we're going to call it the rapid fire segment now because we're going to go through this like lightning. And you know what? And Mike, this week, is going to post our picks.
Promise.
All right? And you guys, you want to come on? You want to argue with our picks? Just do it. And next week's show, we'll come right back at you.
Yeah, come on.
So final commercial break right now.
Here at Anthony Franco's, we take our food preparation very seriously. With the freshest ingredients delivered daily from the markets at Hunts Point and the finest pasta from one of Brooklyn's oldest pasta houses. We have a large variety of specialty pizzas, pastas, and sandwiches, along with a cozy dining area for your special events. With 2 great locations, 556 Route 17 North, Paramus, and 128 East Main Street, Ramsey. Call 201-447-3999 in Paramus and 201-238-8000 in Ramsey. Give us a call. We'd love to hear from you. And as always, free delivery.
Mike, great games.
Yes.
A lot of great games.
A lot of good games. It's been a good job by JT scheduling games this year because we've had a lot of playoff type games. Yeah. And it's early, and now now we're getting into week 4. And we're still getting some really good games.
Amazing. We're in week 4 already.
I know. I can't.
Do you know May 1st is this Sunday?
Unbelievable.
Really?
It's It's going quick, man.
Things are getting hot.
I got to get out there and start seeing some of these games.
All right, yeah, get the camera.
I know.
Tom, you're doing a great job.
Yeah, Tom. Thank you, buddy.
Okay.
All right, here we go.
All right, Canes, Diablos, Hackensack. I'm going Canes.
Got to take Canes. Until they lose, I'll even say until they lose more than one in a row, I got to ride with the Canes. This team is back, and they're back hard. You know, they had a down year a few years ago, you know, where they weren't making the playoffs. They weren't really going far in the playoffs, I should say. And but we mentioned it last week. They're on like a 20-game win streak over 3 seasons.
We're talking a year now. We're beyond games. We're talking like a calendar year.
Basically, a year this weekend coming up was their last loss.
Yeah.
So
we're on
Earl and Wally and the boys.
Forget seasons, and maybe Earl shows them that video every week.
Yeah,
before the
maybe.
game, huh?
Maybe.
We should air that just to show these teams what we're capable of doing.
Maybe.
You know, we might want to do that, Earl.
Yeah.
All right, Wolfgang, HOB
HOB
Shakers.
Shakers.
I'll tell you what, that's going to be a good one.
That's going to be a very good one.
I think HOB moves up on a turf field.
Yeah,
I think they'll play better on a turf field. Shakers are going to play hard, like they always do. They're going to play well. I think HOB, I never thought I'd say this about them. They got a lot of offensive weapons.
They do. Now, yeah.
And Pete knows how to pull a trigger on them.
Yeah, they've always had a good running game. Always had very good receivers. Great line they always have. Now they have the quarterback. That is going to make such a difference. Again, Canes, watch out for these guys. You know,
it's going to be a good one.
It's nice that I'm telling you, the Canes HOB, that rivalry is back.
And once again, you know, 2 great games.
Yep.
In the
yeah, there we go.
All right, Wolfgang Goons.
Wolfgangs
get a test today.
Yes.
In this game, it's 11:30, so the Goons should be there.
It should be there.
The Wolfgang will come down with their army, and this is my upset special. Wolfgangs will upset the Goons this Sunday.
Okay.
What's one of my upsets?
Okay.
Wolfgang will upset the Goons. See, the Wolfgang now got a taste of blood.
Yeah.
You know, and when you've tasted that blood.
Yeah, I hear you.
You know what I mean?
I do.
It's like now you got the feeling of how it is to win.
Yes. I'm taking the Goons though. As much as I'm high on the Wolfgang right now, I'm going with the Goons. I think just that deep threat, that speed that they have, I think is too much for a lot of teams, let alone just playing against Wolfgang. I've watched these guys just tear past everyone with the speed and just launch it. They have a quarterback with a big arm and receivers that can run down the ball. That's a great combination.
The Wolfgang's got to keep their heads in the game.
Yeah.
And again,
keep building.
And I think they might be a better team on turf. Well, now we know the Goons are a good turf team.
Yeah, they're good.
But should be a good game.
Yes.
Right next door, the grass field, 6-on-6. New Breed and Bruins. I got to go Bruins.
Yeah, you got to go Bruins. This Bruins team, when we saw them last games that we had them up on the board, they looked good. They looked real good when they played Sam's Taxi, and that was against probably one of the top team. I like the Blazers right now as a front runner for winning it this year. And the Bruins looked great. Addition of Pomo in the backfield and as a receiver, they're looking really good.
Let's not forget Ryan and Chris.
Yeah, and AJ's looking fresh back there running around.
Kornacki.
Yeah,
magnificent Munchkin.
You know, as much as I like the New Breed and how we were just talking about them, I think Bruins are. Too many, too much to cover.
My second upset of the day.
Oh.
The Bucks versus the old school. I'm going Bucks.
Okay.
I'm going Bucks. Again, they had an easy win last week.
Right.
But I think the old school's right.
Yeah. Again, that's one of those teams. I'll pick against them when they start losing, and they got to lose, 2 in a row.
Well, you know what? Look, nobody's going undefeated.
Oh, come on. Yeah, you don't think so?
No, I don't think so. Not in
the touch. I don't know.
But anyway, I'm going with the Bucks.
All right.
Blazers, nice snatch.
Blazers. I mean, that's.
I'm going Blazers.
Okay.
I mean, what are you gonna say?
Yeah, what are you gonna say?
I like the nice snatch, great people on their team, but
this is. I think
Barry goes for at least 3 TDs.
Yeah, this could get ugly. This could be one of those ugly games. Because like we say, Blazers don't take their foot off the gas once they get moving. So.
All right, Laurel, Field 2, where I will be this Sunday. Lightning and the Yombies. Now, that's a really good 6-on-6
That is
game.
a very
the
good,
Yombies 2-0. Lightning want to bounce back off that Want to bounce back off that loss.
And then lost again last week, though.
Well,
but I'm going to go with the Lightning on this one.
Lightning are faster than the Zombies.
Yeah,
They are.
I think, the firepower, I think, is because, like we say, it's tough to talk defense in 6-on-6.
Right.
So when you have that speed, Lightning, I think they bounce back well. They usually don't lose 2 in a row.
And
you know what I
one
mean?
thing we don't mention it enough. Lightning got some good athletes.
They have some great athletes.
They got some
They have
good guys
it's a
on their
very
team.
good team, man.
Very, very, very fast, quick team. Can
Quiet
do
team
things.
too, right? They
Their
don't talk at
quarterback,
all.
Mike's a lot of fun to watch.
Right.
But he doesn't get enough credit. He can run the ball too.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I'm taking Lightnings. I think we're both going Lightnings.
No, I'm going to go. I'm going Lightning.
Okay.
This game over the Yankees.
All right.
Yeah, I think the Yankees just don't have the foot speed to beat
Yeah.
the Lightning.
Our favorites.
The Bulldogs and the Junior Mafia. The Junior Mafia. Bulldogs are going to show up and they're going to play hard. They're 3-0 right now. They've had a couple of tight ones.
Yeah.
But you know
couple
what?
tight ones.
Sign of a good team is you win the tight ones.
That's the most important thing. As long as you're winning them, who cares how close it is? You can win by 1 point every game.
Now the Junior Mafia, again, they're probably going to play a great defensive game. Because they have every week.
Yeah, it's that offense.
They've got to figure out a way to get Junior. Now Junior has got a decent arm.
Okay.
He's got a decent arm. Sometimes his decision making is a little questionable. We talked about it, and this didn't make it on. I've never seen a worse center snap in my life.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, you time it with an hourglass. The center snaps the ball. I can read NFL on the ball as it's going back to the quarterback.
All right.
And that puts pressure on him.
Definitely.
We got to do something about that court. Stop smoking. So again, I got to go Bulldogs here.
Yeah, I'm going to
only
go
because,
Bulldogs.
They're 3-0, and
Junior Mafia hasn't
0-3.
shown anything yet,
Now this one's going to be a good game. This last one, the Hawkeyes and the NWO. Now the NWO has been in.
They've been
all
in
the
them.
games they played, and again, like we said before, the Hawkeyes just don't know. They stop too soon. Is that possible?
No, I hear what you're saying. I don't think they're going to stop, though, on this game. I think they're going to bounce back from that loss against the Kodiaks last week. Shake that off. This is a good opponent, I think, for them to coming off a loss.
They play well at Secaucus.
They play well at Secaucus. That's one of their, we've seen them there a lot. So I think they're going to be just fine. The Hawkeyes, one little bump in the road. It was the Kodiaks. Again, it's not like they lost to a lesser team. This is one of the top teams that we've always talked about. This is a team that everyone's always talked about. So Hawkeyes are going to be just fine. They'll be all right.
Laurel Hill, right next door to us.
Right next door.
Code Red Storm, 2 new teams.
I'm
going Code Red in this game.
All right, I'll take the Storm.
All right, I'm going
just
Code
to split
Red.
it up. Just to split it up.
All right, Militia Wolves. Militia on the bounce back?
Yeah, they better be. I mean,
Yeah,
they better be.
The Wolves haven't shown too much.
But, this is a good opportunity for the Wolves.
They did only lose to the old school
They
by
did.
1.
This could be a good opportunity for the Wolves. They get another win over the Militia. They just leapfrogged them now, and now they're in like that 2-3 seed heading into the middle of the year. So,
right.
So this is going to be an interesting game, actually.
Here's my third upset of the week.
Really?
Only because I saw Light 'em Up.
Okay.
I saw them.
Okay.
And they have athletes on this team.
Okay.
Now, unfortunately, Jazz is going to be a quarterback again.
All right.
But there are no hash marks on the dirt field, so
Right.
we can't trip over anything. But they're going to have to come up with a monster defensive
They
effort
are.
here.
Oh, yeah.
So if they come up with a monster effort on defense,
That is a big if.
well, you got to play the if.
I understand. I'm going to go with the Bears.
You're still picking Ted Cruz to win the Republican nomination.
Come on. Really? Ted Cruz.
But it looks like Grandpa Munster.
A little bit.
Doesn't he look
a little
like?
bit. He looks
with
like,
the cape and a thing on.
Yeah.
But
like he's Eddie Munster all grown up.
I'm gonna go out on a limb. I'm gonna go Light 'em Up.
All
this
right,
game
I like
and
it.
See what happens.
Get a little risky.
I know where you're going.
Yeah, we'll take the Bears.
We'll take the Bears.
I think the Bears are going to be a lot for a lot of people.
Lancaster Field, the forgotten field.
Yeah. Oh.
Believe me, I don't mind not doing
Yeah.
things there. Legion of Doom, the newly offensive machine.
Yeah,
Legion of
the
Doom,
new offensive juggernauts.
versus the Wolfpack. Now I'll tell you
Interesting.
what. It is, but if I don't know who they were, but if the same LOD team shows up this Sunday,
They'll be all right.
I'll be fine with that. They'll take down the Wolfpack.
All right, I'll go Wolfpack just to make it different, just make it a little interesting.
And it's funny. We were talking about We were talking about Team and how they play nothing but monsters. Look who they draw this week.
Oh, my goodness.
They draw the
guys.
Cobras at Lancaster Field, and this is just another, I mean, they're going to win one of these games sooner or later.
Yeah.
And this is sooner.
Yeah.
I'm going Team here.
Oh, excuse me.
Would you really call that upset number 4?
Yeah. I guess, yeah.
I'm going Team here. I think they got to win one of these games sooner or later. If this was a betting line game, I don't think the Cobras would be more than 3-point favorites in this game.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go Team. They got to win one of these games sooner or later. Why not sooner?
Yeah, I hear you. Team. You know, and I pretty much agree with everything you just said.
But
They got to win. No, I'm going to go with Team.
You are, okay.
You talked me into Team. I was looking
did.
Cobras, you know what? But everything you just said, and the things that we've been saying about Team over the last 3 weeks.
They got to win one. They got to win.
They do got to win one.
And they have. Open it once.
They have had a monster opening to this. Like,
Oh,
hey, welcome to the 6-on-6.
games.
You know what I
Three
mean?
really tough games.
Yeah. So
we're gonna go Team.
Yes.
Sloatsburg Community Food A-Team and a replacement. I'm not going any further than A-Team.
A-Team. Yep. Yeah. That's about all you can say there.
And now this is an interesting game.
Yeah.
Deja Vu versus the Bankers. I'm going Deja Vu.
I'm going Deja Vu too, just because.
They played enough close games.
Yep.
Okay. Bankers have lost
A lot of close games, and these guys, they have to show me something. They have to show me something. I still go back to that playoff game in the spring against the Bears, or in the fall last season against the Bears, that they should have won. That's when I really, you really started seeing it. Like, these guys should have won this game. They outright outplayed the Bears in that game, but they give it away at the end every week. Come on, guys.
Seems like their minds snap shut at the 2-minute
Yeah.
And they got a lot of good players, and that's why it's an enigma. Nobody
That's what the biggest, the mystery is. It's like, this isn't like this is just a scrub team. These are good guys. These are good players, but something about the end of that game.
And this to me, now I know what we said about the the 9-on-9 and everything. This to me is a game of the week right here.
Okay.
Up in the Civic Center Hilltop Field in Hopatcong, New Jersey. The Kodiaks, who nobody talks about because nobody sees them.
Yeah, well, they're all the way out there.
We gotta get Tom
We'll
up
get you
there
up there.
1 week.
We'll get you there, but it's tough. It's only one game there. You know what I mean?
I understand. Maybe they'll come down.
Yeah, maybe
stay a little
we
bit.
can get them a 12 o'clock game. I might be able to make it out there for them.
Against the Warriors, who are 3-0. So here are your 2 unbeatens.
Yeah.
2 unbeaten.
Very
and
interesting.
The Warriors are playing well. Kodiaks, just a bunch of tough SOBs. They just very, one season a year. And by the way, I said this last week on the show. I'm going to repeat it because last week didn't make it on. If JT did not send you that T-shirt for your kid, and his son was a great kid. He was picking up cones at the end of the game.
Yeah.
If he didn't, shoot me something on the message board, and I will personally take care. I trusted JT to take care of it, and you see where that got
what
it.
happens.
If he sent it, I apologize. If you don't, I want your kid to have
get it.
that. And by the way, I know that your wife was expecting another child.
Oh.
So let us know how that kid's doing. Was it a boy? Was it a girl? Was it twins? Or whatever.
Yeah.
But drop us a line on the message board, Jerry. Good luck this Sunday. Good luck to the Warriors. Should be a real great game.
Yeah. So who are you thinking? I'm going Warriors.
You are.
They're looking good. They're doing it right this year. They're quiet, like we say. 3-0.
I like
This is a big test, though.
I like Big Shawno. I like the guys on the Warriors.
Yep.
But right now, the Kodiaks up there.
Yeah.
I don't know if the air's thin.
Something's different up
I don't
there,
know if
yeah.
Something's different up there. They don't lose up there.
No, they don't.
So I'm going to go with the Kodiaks here. That would make them 4-0 midway through.
Yeah.
And really primed for another run at
Both.
chip.
Yeah. Either one of these teams wins it. They're 4-0. It's a
and
big,
the team
big
that
week.
loses is 3-1. Still a great record.
Oh,
but
yeah.
That's going to be a big letdown for whoever loses this
Yes.
game. I think it will be. So, Mikey McStee, Joey B. We'll see you next week on This Week in the ACFL. Enjoy the games this week, everybody. Play hard, play safe.
All right, Joey B here to talk to you guys about a little golf. Now, listen, the Meadows Golf Course in Lincoln Park, New Jersey, right off exit 52 of Route 80. 18 magnificent holes of golf, very reasonable guys, under $30 during the week with a cart. And included in that is you get to look at all the pretty cart girls that are out there serving drinks and food to you while you're on the golf. You don't care what your score is because you're having so much fun. Remember, that's the Meadows Golf Course. Go in and mention that you saw this ad to Dennis, the manager, and Dennis will do something special for you, but he treats everybody special anyway. Remember, that's the Meadows Golf Club, Lincoln Park, New Jersey. 18 holes of great golf, great day. Hit them straight.